All right, man, I've been trying to get to this video for quite some time today, man, but there's always some other phone call, news, other videos had to be done from other channel. But if you haven't checked out my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV is the name of my other channel. So we do music, entertainment, combat sports, NBA, NFL. So I do appreciate it. Appreciate the One Pride Nation. We still gonna talk about Detroit Lions, win, lose, or draw. Consistency is the key. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We back. And we playing the Redskins from Washington. And if you haven't watched the Redskins this year, they won at 9. Jay Gruden got fired. And let's talk about the Redskins, right? And we 3-6-1. Crisco Driscoll is leading the team. I think for the end of the season, Stafford is out for 6 weeks. Little season left after that. I don't see the point of bringing him back. But let's talk about Crisco Driscoll in a minute. But let's talk about Dwayne Haskins and the Washington Redskins. What's so interesting about it is last week they played Gang Green New York Jets, and they got pummeled by Sam Darnold, a.k.a. Mr. I See Ghost. Okay? And in this game, Dwayne Haskins was yelling at his offensive line, asking them, what do you need me to do for you guys to block for me, basically. And in the midst of just searching that video on YouTube, I came across a couple Redskins fans, not with no big channel, came across a couple Redskins fans where, they blasted, Dwayne, the reason they don't respect you and shit like, how can you, I see why there's more Dallas Cowboy fans in the DMV than Redskins fans. It's because Dan Snyder is an idiot. And some of y'all fan bases, like guys like that, they're idiots. There's no reason a rookie quarterback should be yelling and screaming or just pleading. I wouldn't say yelling and screaming. Pleading with an offensive line to block and they looking like, fuck this dude. You know what I'm saying? No reason how. All of them will be traded or be cut, in my opinion, when the season is up. But don't forget, just rewind it. They didn't block for RG3 because they didn't see him as a brother. Because his close relationship with Dan Snyder. It was jealousy. But when old Kirk Cousins came in, Trent Williams and them got the block. And that's why I don't feel bad for Trent Williams' situation. That's why I didn't really speak on Trent Williams' situation on my other channel. For what? Because I remember you was the same dude that refused to block for a brother RG3. Off the strength, that was a brother. Off the strength of just saying, hey man, he a black quarterback. It's so little black quarterbacks that has succeeded in this league and got an opportunity. Hey, off the strength of that, I may not like the dude. I may not like his relationship with Dan Snyder. But, hey, I'm going to do my job. But when Kirk Cousins came in, all of a sudden they got the block. And I'm like, I can't fuck with him. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I can't mess with him. None of them. And I didn't feel bad for that franchise at all. And seeing Dwayne Haskins going through that same thing, I think he should demand a trade. I wouldn't play no more. I would demand a trade. Because if your offensive linemen don't believe in you, or they don't even give you a chance and block for you, then it's, bodily harm can be done, before you even get a chance to grow in the league. All the money you make, it ain't lifetime. It ain't no lifetime benefits in NFL. So you look at the team. That's all you need to know. I can stop the video right then and there, and that's all you need to know about this game. That franchise is dysfunctional as any franchise that I've seen. The Jets, dysfunctional. Didn't want to sign Le'Veon Bell, Adam Gase. They fired the GM or Adam Gase, part GM. Just dumpster fire. Dumpster fire. Dan Snyder wanted Dwayne Haskins to start. Gruden said he's not ready. Gruden never wanted him. They never won. Shanahan's never wanted RG3. Gruden never wanted RG3. Come on, the owner love black quarterbacks. But that's the problem. The coaches don't. So you look at the team, they got Geis back. A guy people wanted the Lions to draft a couple years ago. He kept getting lower body injury. I think he tore his ACL last year. He did something else to his knee this year. AP still running the ball. AP gave us some business in his prime over the course of us seeing him in the black and blue division with the Minnesota Vikings. And the McLaren dude from Ohio State, when Case Keenum was in there, he was doing really, really good though. Receiver, most Michigan fans remember him and Campbell on the crossing route, smoking the Michigan DBs in the last Ohio State-Michigan game last year. Jordan Reed may have to retire. He always was injured with head injuries. Other than that, offensively, there's no threat there. They can run the ball a little bit, but Dwayne Haskins don't have the support. And obviously, in my opinion, he only started 1 year at Ohio State. He's not ready to be a quarterback this year. And they want to kind of force him in there to learn by fire, but you can ruin the guy. He ain't ready. And you look at the track record of Urban Meyer's quarterbacks coming to the league. If it wasn't for Jim Harbaugh, look how that connect. He wouldn't have one successful quarterback that I can remember, and Jim Harbaugh revived Alex Smith. So Urban Meyer's haven't historically produced any great quarterbacks. Tebow didn't make it. Chris Leak didn't make it. Braxton Miller didn't make it. JT Barrett didn't make it. Cardale Jones, I believe, in the XFL right now. I think Troy Smith was Jim Tressel. So over the course of his career, he ain't done. His quarterbacks haven't done well in the league as receivers, as quarterbacks. They haven't been good translating to the league. So history is working against Dwayne Haskins. He may be an anomaly, or he may be the trend of Urban Meyer's quarterbacks not being good from college into the NFL. So right now, it's definitely looking like he's going to be a dumpster fire bust because he's entrenched in the dumpster fire. So defensively, you look at the Washington Redskins and you say, they getting smoked. Josh Norman is a system player. He's only good in Carolina because their front end was real good. He was a zone guy. You put him in man situations, he gets smoked. Remember when Marvin Jones first got here, he smoked him on like a deep post route. He ain't the same guy. But any DB who don't have good support in his back end, or any DB that don't have good support from his front seven, is going to get exposed. It don't matter. If your front end don't work with your back end, you can't cover for 10, 15, 17, 20 seconds in man or zone. It's impossible. So a DB is truly only as good as his teammates. That's what. Even if he a lockdown corner, okay, he can lock down, I don't know who out there. He can lock down Michael Thomas, but then Ted Ginn getting off. Then Jared Cook getting off. You know what I'm saying? Or D-line ain't getting no pressure. The front end and the back end work together. So Josh Norman may go to a system where he good. And you'd be like, damn, why did you get rid of Josh Norman? Like Chris Carter said, if we got fired off of Fox. If you're not in the right system, NFL, will marginalize you. And for Josh Norman, he ain't in the right system. He looked at the money, didn't look at the system fit. Look at Marcus Peters. He with the Los Angeles Rams, he was getting burnt. People call, DK Metcalf burnt them. People that don't know football. No, he's in zone coverage. Like that was in the cover 3. Cover 3 don't cover from here all the way over there. The safety bit. I don't know if it was a play fake, but he bit. Metcalf ran the post, deep post crossing. I don't know what the hell they call that. Deep crossing route. He ran a deep crossing route, and people say, Peters got burned. Now look at Peters. He got 2 touchdowns already with Baltimore. Been there a few weeks. Down there locking down. They playing man coverage. He's good at man coverage. He can give you a little bit of zone here and there, but he's good at man coverage. Now he looking like a Pro Bowl cornerback. Why didn't it work in St. Louis? This is what happened in NBA, NFL, college, NCAA, football, basketball, even in high school. Okay? You put players in position, and it'll kind of be more in the prediction video here, but you put players in positions that they're not good at. You draft a guy, he a man corner. We play a lot of zone. We can catch him up to zone. He never get it because he's predominantly made to be a man. He can play zone a little bit. You need a speed back. You bring another power back in. Now you're looking for a game breaker or a guy to run outside the tackles. It's not working. It seems like too little in the NFL. And these franchises are great comparisons for it. They draft guys who don't fit their system. And that's why the way they in that situation they in. But the Redskins, Kerrigan, they got some building blocks. Got Deron Payne. I don't know if he's healthy. They got another kid down there from Alabama. Is it Jonathan Allen? They got a few good defensive players down there, but the franchise is just so toxic. They need some more linebackers. They need some more DB. It's just like, if I was going to Washington, man, I'd think about retiring. Real thought. Like, that's crazy, man. And, they got a lot of history. I guess that's before Dan Snyder got there. But with the Lions, man, it's Driscoll versus Haskins. You look at this matchup. Outside, don't know what the element's going to look like. Then you got a quick turnaround playing Chicago next week. You look at it. And Obviously, once again, you got to do some design runs for Driscoll. I would think this week for Darrell Bevel, I would call a read option pass play. I would put that in the package where like we about to do the read option or a triple option, then we go back to pass. I would definitely put that in the book. I think I would do more shotgun runs just with this situation because it's more successful, kind of like the sweeps they do in Philly, only because Driscoll got the ability to keep the ball, and you can do play action, he can drag the play action, and then he can pass off the sweep, he can RPO off the sweep. And your running backs are only good on the edge. You don't have nobody other than Bo that can bang in the middle. So most of your running backs, you want to get them on the edge. And also, you can also play fake. Once again, do some things they did. Move the pocket for him. Some design runs. And I think he should have a big game this week. And I think I may consider starting Jeff Driscoll on FanDuel because he's a low-owned quarterback. And he might put some good points up versus bad Washington defense. And also the opportunities that Dwayne Haskins is going to give the Lions to put more points up. It's a 1-9 football team. Not saying that we so much better than them in that situation, but they dysfunctional. At least in this football team, they got the Lions got rid of a lot of bad voices. They got rid of guys. The roster rate turned off. So they believe in and they buying into Matt Patricia. At least nobody's revolted against him. So I believe in Driscoll. Hockenson, obviously it's a lot of highs and lows. More low points this year for a rookie tight end. It's funny how people haven't really turned on Hockenson for not performing and said he was a bust yet, but then again, he ain't had the big drops that Brandon Pettigrew had. He ain't had the big drops that Eric Ebron had. And like I said before, Mike Ditka still has the most successful rookie tight end season in NFL history. So that tells you, the Tony Gonzalez's, the Antonio Gates, the Jimmy Grahams, the Rob Gronk, that's a tough position to play, even from when some of them like Tony Gonzalez came into the league. Now you got tight ends playing the slot. You got them coming out the backfield. You got to know the line audibles. You got to know, the slot, the slot hot routes. You got to know the slot routes. You got to know the tight end routes. You got to know the number tight end 2 routes. So it's tough. So I'm not going to call him trash or a bum. That's a tough position to know. You got to know multiple positions, doing that. Like I said, the line. You got to know the blocking schemes, the line audibles. You got to know the hot routes for the tight end 1 spot. You might play tight end number 2 because you got Jesse James out there. And he ain't really, the way they envision using him, it ain't really working. I wouldn't be surprised if he asked for a release. You got to know the slot routes. You might play outside the X. You got to know them routes a little bit. So it's tough, but I look for a big day from Jeff Driscoll. Driscoll. That's what we call him, like the Greeks. Driscoll. I look for a big day. But defensively, catch the turnovers this year. Darius Slay, get your interceptions. You're going to have opportunities. Trey Flowers, if he get out of concussion protocol. Dwayne Haskins, he gonna give you opportunities to get to swipe the ball out of his hands. And to the DBs, Justin Colvin, be prepared to punch the ball out. Their receiver's not that good. So it's gonna be a lot of opportunities, fumbles, interceptions. You have to capitalize on it. But for the Redskins, for their fans, if I put the game plan together for them, I would ride Geis and Adrian Peterson a lot. I would play action. And let Haskins take some shots downfield to some of y'all receivers, McLaren, whoever else y'all got out there. And I would be a predominantly run-heavy team. This is a bad run defense with the Detroit Lions. I will move the pocket for Haskins. I will get some short screens going. I have screens to the running back. And I do a lot of running, trying to grind the clock down, play action, shorten the field, take shots down the field defensively. Give some help to the receivers. The receivers should eat for Lions this week. But what I would do is I would keep Driscoll in the pocket, make Driscoll beat from the pocket, not let him lose his legs, and you should have success. But I expect the Lions to be victorious in this game. I'm gonna say like 30-15. I think 15 is being generous. 30-14. I think Driscoll has a big game, depending if it's elements out there. But I think Bevel and Driscoll is getting comfortable, and eventually, at some point in Driscoll's stretch this year, I figured if he's healthy, he's gonna finish the year out. Defenses are gonna start to adjust towards him, and he's going to have to make an adjustment. And I think him and Bevel is getting comfortable. But I think the Lions don't win this game. To be honest, I don't think they're gonna win a game this season, another game. And if that's the case, y'all know how I feel about Matt Patricia. He should be fired. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Motor City Sports Talk. Long time coming doing this video. Feel like it was a good video. Think it was better than I intended to come out. Think it was more thorough. not intended to come out. I think this game has a lot of good backstory. Well, bad backstories technically, but a lot of good backstories for me to talk about. But hey, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests, keep sharing the videos. And it's consistency, man. I'll try to be the most consistent channel out there. Hopefully y'all respect it. If not, it is what it is. We gone.